Okay, Shalom. So right quick, I want to do a little brief video on. I was watching a young lady I watch sometimes, Miss Shayla, I think that's her name. But I just want to do a brief video on how Chittim how Edomites became Europeans. Okay, um, and how people sometimes you'll hear people say, "Well, no, Edom is still over there, and they're still over there in Saudi Arabia, and they're Arabs, and blah blah blah." But Arabs are actually Ishmaelites. Even though, if you read in the Book of Jasher, which that's what I have pulled up here, if you read in the Book of Jasher, and also in the scriptures, it tells you that Ishmael did um, befriend Esau and his children. So you probably do have a blend of Edomites and Ishmaelites over there. That's why you have red Arabs instead of dark Arabs. We know that brown people were in Mesopotamia and North Africa during that time anyway, even the Assyrians, which I got a picture here of just some wall carvings and stuff like that. Like here, this guy has nappy hair. It's not straight hair. It's nappy hair. Actually he got braids. That's an Assyrian soldier, right? Um, these are Assyrians. They put the Israelites in captivity. They got nappy hair, or they would have drew it as straight hair. You know, not drew it, but carved it out as straight hair. These are Assyrians, ancient Assyrians. So these were brown people with nappy hair. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into this, but I'm gonna go to her video right quick where she's telling you she had a beef with some Hamites who I guess were getting upset about her putting something out about, some Africans are Shemites and some Africans are Hamites, which is true. You can't believe what the enemy has taught you in school about history because it's his story. He's going to give you his story. The scriptures give you the actual story, which is there are 18 nations in the scriptures, and the scriptures tell you what these nations are. These nations are actually feeling prophecy as we speak. Gog and Magog, that's Russia and Asia getting ready to prepare war against the residue of the Edomites, which are, the European Union and the United States. So let me just listen to a little bit of this where she's talking about this.
However you want to say that. They're not even from the Shemitic line. So this whole screaming, oh, you're anti-Semitic, you hate us. Well, they're not even Semitic people. They're not even Shemitic people. They come from Japheth, as you can see, Ashkenaz. Okay, all the Europeans, they come from here. And then there were some other people that were mixed in with the Europeans. A lot of people try to say that Esau is Arab. Some people say that they're Africans. But trust and believe, at least some of the people of Esau went up to Europe and they mixed with these people here.
Exactly. So I'm about to show you that myself. She goes on with a nice breakdown, and I like that. I actually, commented and told her she did a good breakdown on that. But I'm gonna do a quick breakdown for people who don't know where these people come from. A lot of people don't know why you have pale people or pink people who are actually red. You got two types of people on the earth: brown people and red people. All right, and the red people, they're red. You look at them and in the sun and they turn red. You know, you got some of our people who are ready, who are brown and may turn a little red, you know, for certain reasons, or they come out a little ruddy. But that's different from the actual pale people who have no melanin. So here in the book of Jasher, it tells you, I like the book of Jasher, and the book of Jasher is mentioned in the Holy Scriptures. I can't tell you right now exactly what book it is, but I have another video that breaks down Edom. It's a long video, about an hour and a half long. And I tell you in that video exactly which couple of scriptures in the Bible that actually tell you that the book of Jasher is mentioned in those books. So right here, this is the book of Jasher, chapter 90. And we're going to start at verse 6. And it says, Abinaz ordered him to be slain, and Hadad, king of Edom, died in the 48th year of his reign. And the children of Chittim continued the pursuit of Edom, and they smote them with a great slaughter, and Edom became subject to the children of Chittim. The children of Chittim, of course, like she was saying, are Japhites. They're Japhetic people. The children of Japheth. Noah had 3 sons, Japheth, Ham, and Shem. We are from Shem. The Negro people are from Shem. The African people are from Ham. Ham had 4 children, but we're not going to get into that right now. So we're going to keep reading. 8. And the children of Chittim ruled over Edom, and Edom became under the hand of the children of Chittim and became one kingdom from that day, right? And from that time, they could no more lift up their heads, and their kingdom became one with the children of Chittim. So if a kingdom actually becomes one with another kingdom, that means there's some raping going on and seed spraying going on. Okay, so that means that Edom and Chittim were one. So these red people, now we don't know if the children of Chittim, the Japhetic people, were so-called Caucasian or pale people or brown people. That I don't know. So, but I do know that Esau came out red, and we're gonna prove that. Let's just read here in Genesis chapter 25. This is verse 22. And the children struggled together within her, and she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord. The children were fighting in her. So she had twins in her belly, right? This is Isaac's sons, Jacob and Esau. And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations, not 2 children, 2 nations. A nation is 2 kind of people. You can't put the Ishmaelites, Arabs, with the Hamites, Africans, and say they're the same people. They are 2 different nations. Not meaning the word nation today, America and the UK. No, the Europeans, they're still the same nation from the scriptures. They're still Esau and Japheth as one. Okay, so the 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people, 2 different kind of people. That's what I'm explaining. 2 different kind of people shall be separated from thy bowels. That means that they're going to come out as 2 different people, 2 nations. One is going to create one nation, and one is going to create a different nation. And the one people shall be stronger than the other people. So we should know who is stronger, right? Jacob's seed is stronger than Esau's seed. And the elder shall serve the younger. This is future prophecy right here. The elder, as the prophets go, if you read Isaiah, Obadiah, Jeremiah, all of the ayahs, if you read all of the the prophetic books in the Tanakh, in the Old Testament, what the Christians would call the Old Testament, all the prophetic books, it tells you that Edom would be slaves to Jacob in the new kingdom, in the new Jerusalem, in what they call heaven with the 12 gates, right? And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, and behold, there were twins in her womb, and the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they call his name Esau. So his name actually meant red, right? So Esau came out red, and we see here that the Edomites, who are Esau's descendants, became one with the children of Chittim. Chittim was the children of Rome, the people from Rome at that time, and Japhetic people from the east from the west of the land of Canaan at that point in time. They came from Western Europe, or from Europe at that point in time. These were the children of Chittim. So let's go down here to, I think it's 28. And it came to pass in those days that Abanias, the king of Chittim, died in the 38th year of his reign. That is the 7th year of his reign over Edom. So this was a Chittim king that died over Edomites. They were all blended. So these are many, many years after Chittim took over. So this says 38th year of his reign. So at least 38 years they were blending together, right? And they became one. And they buried him in his place, which he had built for himself. And Latanius reigned in his stead 50 years. And during his reign, he brought forth an army, and he went and fought against the inhabitants of Britannia and Carnania. So from my research, Britannia, of course, is Great Britain, right? Okay, so they went and fought against the inhabitants of Great Britain. And Carnania, from my research, is Germany. So they went and fought against Germany at that point in time, the people who lived in that era, in that region. The children of Elisha, son of Javan, these are Japhetic people. Javan was, I believe, the grandson or great-grandson of Japheth, or he was a descendant of Japheth. Elisha, son of Javan, and he prevailed over them and made them tributary. That means that these people had to praise and do and pay taxes to and do everything that the Edomites said at the time. Because remember, Chittim took over Edom. So these people in Britain and Germany became tributary to Edom, to Edomites. So if they took over this land, some more seed was spread around again, and they became one again. Let's keep reading. He then heard that Edom had revolted from under the hand of Chittim. So the Edomites were trying to break free from the children of Chittim, even 38 years later, right? And Latanius went to them and smote them and subdued them. So he went and kicked ass and took some people into custody and then it says, and placed them under the hand of the children of Chittim, and Edom became one kingdom with the children of Chittim all the days. All the days. So these people are the red people of the earth. These people are the pale people of the earth. We know that, we see them every day. We work with them, we live with them. But knowing this, where did this seed come from, right? Okay, so let's see. Noah's wife was actually a descendant of Cain, right? Because Esau has the same mark of Cain, came out red. And he has the same, remember, the Most High punished Cain after he murdered his brother with the mark and leprosy, right? So Noah's wife had that gene in her. It says here she is the daughter of Lamech and sister of Tubal Cain. Well, she's the granddaughter, right? Well, Lamech is the sister of Tubal Cain, right? The wife of Noah. So that gene passed down through when it came to Rebecca having her kids, and they were fighting in the womb. So the brown people were fighting the red people in the womb. Never, ever have they had any type of friendship. Esau has always been against his brother and has a perpetual hatred for his brother. And that is scripture. Let's look that up right quick. Okay. Esau's, I'm just going to say hatred for his brother. KJV. What scripture is that? Here it is, Ezekiel 35:5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. So there's a perpetual hatred for Esau and his brother, and it's passed down through his seed line. These are the people that were foretold in Genesis to be the seed of the serpent. They are the wicked of the scriptures. Now let's just prove that with, I'm just going to show you some pictures of the Edomites. This is where Chittim took over the Edomites, right? I showed this on another video. I'm trying to make this real quick. I'm going to show it again, okay? Look at the structures of the buildings or the carvings in the mountains. They are mountain people. We know that, well, most of us know that they come from the Caucasoid Mountains. That's why they call them Caucasians. But before that, they were here. This is called modern day Petra, but it was ancient Edom in Mount Seir, just below the southern kingdom of Judea. This is Edom. Let's show a couple more pictures here. Notice the structures. Notice the poles, the posts, and how the carvings are in the posts. Okay. This is ancient Petra or ancient Edom, where the Edomites dwell, where the Most High said he would lay their land desolate. And he did, because this is what it looks like to this day. And it's huge. Look at what size the people are compared to this. Now, let's go to where they are today in different places. This was Greece, ancient Greece. Does it not look similar? The same people, same exact people. And we have brown people that say that they are Grecians. No, you were Israelites who were taken into captivity as Greeks. And your people grew up over the years there as Greeks and learned Greek languages. That's why part of the scriptures was actually translated into Greek. These are Edomites. Let's prove a little more. Let's go a little more. What's next? Roman architecture, the same exact thing. Same exact thing. Even the Colosseum. You see the Colosseum here? Let's go back to Petra. Where's the Colosseum here in Petra? When Chittim took over the land, the Colosseum right here. This is their Colosseum back then. In Rome, it was just built a little better. Same exact architecture. These are the same people. Now let's move a little forward in time. Spain judicial building, same exact architecture. Are you kidding me? And y'all can't see this. Let's go to Britain. Let's go to Britain. Same exact architecture. This is a British judicial building right here. Same exact architecture. And the judicial does what? It controls the masses. All the judicial buildings in all of these Edomite places, Germany, the same place I just read in the book of Jasher, it was called Kernania at that time, that became one with Edom. Same exact architecture, same triangle at the top, the carvings of men or something or whatever in the middle of the triangle, and then the posts, and then the carvings on top of the posts. Same exact thing, same exact thing. Let's go to the U.S. This is the Supreme Court, right? Same exact architecture, same people. These are the same people throughout the world. Esau's blessing was the sword, to take over lands by the sword, and he has done so. So if anyone tells you that, no, the Edomites are Arabs, no, they're not. No, they're not. The Arabs are Ishmaelites. The true Arabs are Ishmaelites. Some of Edom actually blended with the Ishmael as well. So I'm gonna cut it off right here. I just want to do a short, quick little video on showing you exactly how the so-called, you call them white, but that term didn't come into existence until 1680, I think 1685 or in the 1680s. That term didn't come into existence until then. They knew that they were the red people. They know that they're Edomites, the ones who do know. I mean, for now, the people now think that they're just white. They'll tell you, yeah, I'm whiter than white. No, you're not. You're freaking red. If I slap a red man, he gonna turn red. If a red man step out in the cold, freezing air, he's gonna turn red. If he's standing in the hot sun, he's going to turn red. The term redneck means he's red. And that's pretty much it. All right. Japheth and Edom became one. So the Japhetic people and the Edomites became one. So the Japhetic people have that Edomite judgment coming to them. Read the book of Obadiah. Kwam Yasharala.